Pork is the most popular but also polarizing meat. Pork is the most widely consumed meat in the world. More than 1/3 of all the meat eaten by humanity is pork. It surpasses both beef and chicken. Yet, despite its incredible popularity, about 1/4 of the world's population deliberately avoids eating pork. This includes around 1.5 billion Muslims and approximately 15 million Jews, for whom pork is considered taboo. Throughout history, there have been cases where people were tortured or even killed simply for refusing to eat pork, and many chose death rather than break this sacred prohibition. In Islam, for example, Allah has forbidden everything that harms the body and mind and saps the strength. Everything that is harmful to a person is not permitted. Anthropologists, archaeologists, theologians have debated this issue for centuries, and even today there is no single consensus on the origin of this prohibition. However, there is a growing body of scientific evidence suggesting that pork may pose serious health risks. It has been linked to parasitic infections, an increased risk of stroke, and in some studies, bladder cancer. In this video, we will try to uncover the real reasons why pork is subject to so many restrictions, and why this very popular food has long been considered unclean. It is fascinating to wonder why pigs are banned for being labeled unclean, while other farm animals are hardly hygienic themselves. Goats, for instance, are scavengers. They will eat almost anything, including human feces. Cows and sheep, on the other hand, can transmit anthrax, a horrific bacterial infection that can cause an extremely painful death. And yet, despite these filthy habits and deadly risks, neither Islam nor Judaism prohibits beef, mutton, or goat meat. It seems contradictory that these animals are perfectly acceptable, while only pork remains under a strict ban. The answer lies deep in history. Around 3,000 years ago, the prohibition first appears in the Torah, specifically in the books of Leviticus and Deuteronomy. These texts established a very specific rule. You may only eat animals that have split hooves and chew the cud. This refers to ruminants, animals that swallow grass, allow it to ferment in their stomachs, then regurgitate it to chew it again. Pigs have split hooves, but they do not chew the cud. Because of this, they failed the test and were declared forbidden. Islam later reinforced this prohibition. The Quran explicitly forbids carrion, blood, and the flesh of swine. In Islam, pork is haram, forbidden in every form, and unlike other meats, it cannot be made halal even if the animal is slaughtered according to religious rituals. However, there is one vital exception. The Quran states that if a person is forced by necessity, if they are on the verge of starvation and not eating out of desire, then there is no sin upon them for consuming it. Interestingly, this taboo may be even older than the religious texts themselves. The ancient historian Sozomen recorded that certain Arab tribes, who considered themselves descendants of Ishmael, avoided pork long before the arrival of Islam. This suggests that the ban was a deeply rooted regional custom before it was ever written into scripture. On the other hand, this tradition never took root in Christianity. Throughout history, the majority of Christians have freely consumed pork without religious restriction. And that brings us to the end of part 1. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please support the channel by hitting that like button and subscribing. I also want to wish you a very happy new year 2026. May the coming year bring you many happy moments and unforgettable memories. Finally, if you want to see part 2, make sure to let me know in the comments below. See you next year!